Hi, I'm Makoto Takemiya, one of the contributors to SORA with updates for November 2nd, 2023. Following the balance of payments talk that I did yesterday, one of the users pointed out that you can also rely on speculation to help with balance of payments. So by giving hope for the future, you can encourage people to export hard currencies and import your currency. That's kind of like exporting hope. I didn't mention that because when you think about economics, you should think about kind of like the worst case where you focus just on production and for goods and services, and you don't try to rely on things like hope. But yeah, in the real world, expectations that people do have an impact on currency exchange rates. Also, there's a fifth option that wasn't mentioned yesterday, which was some countries borrow money from the IMF or World Bank in order to prop up their exchange rates. So one central bank that I know just borrowed money from the World Bank at 1% interest that they use to temporarily cover balance of payments deficit so that they can prop up their exchange rate and add liquidity to markets. This is okay as a temporary measure, but of course, long term, you have to pay it back, and you have to pay back interest. So it's quite an expensive proposition. It only works if you have some kind of temporary problem that can be overcome in the future with future development. But unfortunately, many countries just get stuck in borrowing more and more money over time, and they don't really build up the infrastructure of production that is needed. So the 5 ways, again, just to summarize the 5 ways to help fix a balance payments deficit are to reduce imports, increase exports. You can increase fees or taxes, which is kind of like increasing in export, except you don't increase the goods or services. You just create more use for your currency in exporting the goods or services that exist. You can crash somebody else's competing currency so that your currency is worth more relatively. You can export hope, and you can borrow money from the future in order to pay things now and add liquidity now. So real economies that countries have combine all 5 of these. And we can probably get some ideas from this for SORA as well, because our economy is just like a small nation states, a very small nation states. That being said, we do have more users than really small countries. Like the smallest country, I think, has 1,200 people. So we have more users than that, at least. So we are like a very, very tiny country. And with that, I've got daily network stats. In the last 24 hours, there are 18,884 transactions on the SORA network, 17,537 of which were swaps, 47 were Demeter farming transactions, 162 were transfers, and there were 261 active accounts on the SORA network. So with these fast updates, let's go back to work.